You could have the best music written by Beethoven, but if you play it poorly, will people perceive it to be the best music? No. It's not just what you say, it's how you say it, because how you say it has an impact on how people receive it. Words are not the only modality for communication. The way we play our instrument impacts how people receive it.
I teach communication skills, and this is my message to the world, and it's that you may be technically brilliant, you may be technically a 10 out of 10 with what you do. However, if your ability to communicate is a 3 out of 10, do you think people perceive you to be a 10 out of 10 or a 3 out of 10? We're only as good as we can communicate. I ask you to continually work on your technical skills, because that's important. But don't forget about your ability to communicate, your ability to be influential, because you are only as good as you can communicate. And I find that if you get brilliant technically, you become undeniable with your technical skill. You become undeniable with your communication skills. And what happens to tie it all together is reality truly becomes negotiable. You can negotiate whatever reality.
Too quick and too slow, not engaging, nor is it influential. Even if I stick to a fairly engaging rate of speech like I am right now, notice after a while if I stick to this rate of speech and I don't vary my rate of speech, what started as being really engaging after a while is no longer engaging, doesn't it? It seems rather monotonous, doesn't it? It's so interesting. It's because the human brain, the moment it can detect patterns, it starts predicting what's going to happen next. And once it moves into that, and you do exactly as it predicts, it goes, oh, not important, don't need to listen, don't need to engage. The key with rate of speech is to vary it. When you're speaking about something very important, slow down. Didn't that seem critical? And then if it's not as important, you can speed up. This simple rule alone allows us to create vocal variety with our rate of speech. Anytime you transition from slow to fast or fast to slow, that creates engagement in people's minds. Because you think you can predict it, but then you can't. And it re-engages your brain again.
Good morning, everyone. I'm really excited to be here. Cannot wait to share the next hour with you. I'm so excited. You didn't even hear what I said. And the problem is, a lot of the times when we speak, we're not adding enough volume. Volume breathes life into your voice. It gives your voice life. But what does volume show? Volume shows authority. Volume shows confidence. And volume shows vitality. There are times when we have to be loud, but then there are times when we have to be quiet as well. Don't just think it's about being loud. That gets annoying. It's also about being quiet, because when you're quiet and you use it sparingly, it draws people in.
A gangster from a movie, when they tell you they're going to kill you, they don't go, "You're dead, man." That's not scary. They do it like this. They go, "You're dead." You're dead. You freak out, because quiet is intense. Quiet is very intense. Because when I'm quiet, you have to lean in. And when you lean in, this is intense. But if I stay here all of a sudden for the next 30 minutes, it's lame town. So you need to move from that over into volume as well. Again, when you think of volume, think of it as a scale from 1 to 10. You need to be at least a 5. Far too many people are speaking at a level 2, and they play here at a level 2. Push your volume to about a 5. In this video, I want to share with you how if you just change one small behavior with how you currently communicate, it can completely transform how other people perceive you.
So throughout medical school, I've always wanted to be a physician. So, looking after your heart, lungs, and, I just went to the ward, and...
You're filling a lot of the silence with the ums, ahs, and a so. So filler words are something I want you to pay attention to now. I want some slower rates of speech and some pauses. No so's, ahs, or ums. And very conscious of replacing the ums and the ahs and the so's with silence.
I went into medical school thinking that I've always wanted to just help humanity, save lives, do big changes. Little do I know that it's not all about saving lives, in that life and death. It's about changing quality of life.
Big round of applause. That was amazing. Isn't that crazy? One simple thing, just removing the ums and the ahs, the non-words and the filler words, and it completely transformed the clarity in the message and also how confident she came across. People are afraid of being monotone. But did you know that a monotone voice comes from a monotone body? If you move your body, it moves your voice. It moves your voice. By learning the foundations to hand gestures, you're going to add so much variety to your voice. Even if you're on the phone,
use them. It will bring life to your voice. This one skill set will add a whole new dimension to your communication skills. What am I talking about? Hand gestures. You see, just like with your vocabulary, when you speak, you can improve and increase your vocabulary. You can do the same thing with your gesture vocabulary. When you learn how to use your hand gestures, your gestures support the things that you say. Notice how that's better than... The powerful thing about hand gestures is that it supports the things that you say. The easiest way to expand your gesture vocabulary is to think to yourself, how can I use my hands to describe the things that I'm saying? For example, last night I went to dinner and I walked up to a door and then I grabbed the door and I kept pushing it and I couldn't open the door for some reason. I couldn't understand why I couldn't push the door. And then I realized, it's not a push door, it's one of those pull doors. Notice how I use my hands to bring that moment to life? A lot of my students say, Vin, I talk about things that are really boring. How can I bring it to life? You can bring it to life with your body language, with your hand gestures. And that door thing actually happened. Craig, can we roll it?
Gonna get some Thai food, and it's
classic.
Communication is what I do.
How to be dangerous. 1. Dress classy. Always wear a watch. Sign of significance. 2. Look into people's eyes no matter who they are. 3. Never appear stressed. Always stay calm. 4. Don't show your weaknesses. Don't let people use it towards you. 5. Grind in shadows. Don't show your work. Lift weight and let